If I ever found that sweater in a thrift store, oh, I'm gonna be bragging about it. Everyone will know. Everyone will know. Well, hello. Welcome to 2023.
Baba Booey.
It is I, your favorite trash panda. So about 6 months ago, give or take a few months, I made a video on TikTok, which I lovingly called Things That Should Be a Crime That I Do Not Own, in which I shared my thrift ISOs, things that I'm looking for in the thrift stores or secondhand. And I thought it would be fun to kind of revisit that topic and kind of make a 2023 thrift wish list goals style video. That way, if you're at all curious or nosy about what I'm going to be looking for when I'm thrifting this year, or maybe you just want some inspiration for yourself on what to possibly look for when you're thrifting besides just going in and letting the universe surprise you like I usually do, even though I always go in with the plan and never actually stick to my plan, subscribe. So yes, let's just jump right into it. What am I looking for in 2023 when I'm going out thrifting that I will most likely not stick to? So the first category, and it's the category that I have been on the hunt for, actively trying to thrift in, but it's super duper hard, is furniture. And I don't know about you guys, but my thrift stores never have good furniture. It's always just crap, things that should be used as firewood. However, the only time I ever find good furniture is when I'm in a tiny little car and can't fit it. So firstly, I am on the hunt for a unique, romantic, kind of Victorian style couch that is also comfortable and not completely torn up. And here are some of my inspo images. I got these off of Facebook Marketplace, but unfortunately these were already taken. And I don't know what it is. I also find really good crap on Facebook Marketplace whenever I don't have access to a car. My car is pretty much an actual Blueberry and it can't fit jack. But I have been on the hunt for one of these kind of tufted, velvet, elaborate, romantic style couches for a while. The ones that I pictured though are a little bit more plush. They're not like super hard. It's really difficult because with Victorian and vintage couches, sometimes they are either just for show and they're kind of uncomfortable, or they've been sat in so dang much that you have to pretty much reupholster and repad them, and you're pretty much just using it for the structure. So my goal is to find something I don't have to refurbish. It's freaking annoying. And then as far as color goes, I'm pretty open, just don't want anything too light because my dog loves to play in the mud and she will definitely track it onto the couch. I do have a shampooer, but I'm lazy. So I'm hoping to go for something that's like brown, a deeper tan. I also really love the idea of a pink velvet couch or a green velvet couch. And I have asked my husband and he is okay with a dusty pink. Listen, the more masculine couch is gonna be put into his man cave because right now he only has these 2 chairs that could be used for actual torture.
I'll tell you anything to make it stop. You want secrets? I'll give you secrets.
Because they are so uncomfortable. So we've been wanting to get a comfier couch to put in his space so that I can sit and edit videos while he's gaming and we can kind of spend time together, but not right now. I pretty much don't sit in there with him because I would rather be put on one of those stretch torture devices.
Oh, good God, my leg.
Next, I have been on the hunt for a tall boy dresser, and I'm not really picky about what it's gonna look like, but of course I am me, so it has to be a little bit cute. The reason why I want it is because I want to stick it inside my closet so that I have better storage. So all the hanging things will be on the side and then everything else will be put into drawers. I'm really trying to get better about organizing this office because when it's not organized and I have to dig for stuff or when everything is threatening to spill out of my closet, it's really hard to create and know what I have. And since I have issues with object permanence, if I have to dig for something, it no longer exists. And I know that putting it away in a dresser would make it to where I can't see it, but it would make it easily accessible because then I could like fold things up nice and stick it in the drawers. Theoretically, it would be very, very good. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for one of those. Next, listen, y'all know I'm obsessed with the Lenox Spice Village. I have said it in so many of my videos. I've said it in my TikToks. I have made Linda Belcher jokes about it.
Little babies.
I freaking want the whole stinking set so I can hang like the display rack in my kitchen. My kitchen is the only room I haven't really done anything in because it is the worst kitchen on the face of the planet. I don't even know where I'm gonna hang this. Maybe in the dining area, but I want it to be cute. Listen, we have black floors, black countertops, the ugliest backsplash. Not to mention, I tried to paint the cabinets when we first moved in and it did not not hold up. If I wasn't really wanting to move out of state, out of California, I would gut that kitchen and completely redo it. With what money though, I mean. But I actually want to move. So, you know, in 50 years when I finally have money to actually put a down payment on a house, anything Lenox Spice Village, anything in that series, you will be mine. The next thing is kind of kitchen furniture adjacent, or it literally is a kitchen furniture piece. I would like to get a new dining table because we have had the same dining table since me and my husband first got married 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago. We actually got it for free from a family that was moving to Oregon. Well, we were buying their fridge and then they were like, hey, we have all this furniture. Do you want it? And we didn't have any furniture, so we just took it. And it's a glass top IKEA super modern kitchen table or dining room table. It's like the perfect size for what little space we have in like a little dining area. However, I don't really like it. It's not our style. I try to dress it up with my little knicky knackies and tablecloths and stuff, but it's not my vibe. We've had it for a really long time and I'd really love to find something cuter. I was thinking that maybe something that's like a half circle would be cool, maybe. My idea might be too specific to actually thrift, so who knows, maybe I'll do like a project, add another project to my list. And then what would be really cool is if I found some really pretty vintage mismatching chairs. I love the idea of mismatching chairs. It's a little bit Merry on Birthday, Mad Hatter vibe. It all depends on the taste of the rest of the fam, and I'm pretty sure they don't care. They let me do anything I want. So as much as I would like to get a new entertainment console, we've also had that since we first got married, and it is also an IKEA super modern, sleek looking thing. I was thinking that I could possibly DIY it to look more antique because it is the perfect size and it does its job. It's just a white box and it doesn't go with my style anymore. So maybe that will also, god dang, maybe that'll be another project. How many projects are we up to? Last but certainly not least, this technically isn't furniture, it's just home items. I'm gonna be looking for more vintage books. Yes, I technically don't have a lot of space left, but I'm gonna possibly do a little rearrange and try to fit more in. I would really love to find some fairy tale books. I recently found out about this fairy series. Basically, there was this series of books. I can't remember offhand, but they were colors. Editing me is gonna input some information because recording me can't remember. So the book series that I was talking about is the Fairy Book series by Andrew Lang. Each book is named after a specific color, so there's the blue fairy, the green fairy, the violet fairy, the lilac fairy, and so on and so forth. The colors as well as the editions vary in price as well as rarity. And when I say they vary widely in price, I definitely mean it. Some of them are like 10 or 15 bucks, especially for the paperback books. And then some of the more modern reprint of the hardbacks are more 20, 30 bucks. But then the older, more super rare ones can be hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. Since I'm trying to thrift them, I'll probably not find the super rare ones, but at least maybe one of the more modern reprints. I'm pretty sure Barnes & Noble did a reprint of some of them. I think the Blue Fairy is a very popular one. I've seen that one on eBay before and it wasn't too expensive. But yeah, I want to find some fairy tale books to add to my collection. I would also really love to find, again, I know I keep saying this, I'm a freaking broken record, but some hardback, leather-bound Tolkien books, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, etc. I keep getting these freaking ads for these beautiful copies by this company. Oh my god, they are expensive. Listen, if I became rich, I would not go out and buy Louis Vuitton Gucci bags. I'd be buying stuff like this and this. And I would have a walk-in library room with like the ladder that you can ride. Or I would buy an old Victorian house and I would restore it, not completely update it. I would restore it to its vintage charm and it would be super cozy, and that is my dream. I just want like a kooky old Victorian house to just decorate. A big yard for Poppy to run around in. That's also on my wish list for 2023. Is it attainable for me? No. Am I still gonna try to manifest it? Yes. Maybe my goal for subs this year will be 1 million. Now, in terms of clothing, I would say the only fashion-y thing that I'm looking for, I have a very specific ISO and I say that it is my white whale of thrifting, and that is the Talbot's mushroom sweater. Every stinking cottagecore hoe is looking for that sweater. People are like scalping it on the interwebs. Those prices, like I've seen it for $300 on Poshmark and it still got bought immediately. So if I ever found that sweater in a thrift store, oh, I'm gonna be bragging about it. Everyone will know. Everyone will know. Fun fact, this is actually a Talbot's sweater, and it is the closest thing I have gotten to finding the mushroom sweater, and I love it so much. I think Romwe duped it not too long ago, and I was super tempted. But you know what? I'm holding out for the real thing. I will find you. I would really love to find a really pretty duffel bag or weekend bag. I know sometimes you can find them on like ModCloth, but it would be really great to thrift one. I have seen some that have like a tapestry fabric, and there was one that was by Laura Ashley that I saw on ThredUp. Unfortunately, it sold before I could buy it, but a bag of that size would be perfect, especially when I'm going on photography trips. If it's just a one-night trip, I kind of don't want to have to bring a suitcase, but just a bag, you know? I would love that. And then in terms of shoes, I would really love to find some Victorian style boots. Would they actually be antique and from the Victorian times? Probably not, because those would probably fall apart. But I know there were some repros in the 70s, so maybe if I can find some vintage shoes, or maybe even modern repros that are more true to the style. I do have a pair of naturalizers that I love, but they're a little bit more Western than Victorian. I'm specifically looking for like the kitten heel that's like curved and then a pointed toe and then a fitted ankle. And I would want some in brown and black, because again, it's kind of going into my kooky vibe that I'm going for. I feel like this would totally go with this outfit today, because it's like girly, but also kind of weird girl aesthetic, weird girl core. Also kind of Miss Frizzle, which I get endlessly, which I do not mind because she is goals. Last but certainly not least, and this actually goes in the decor slash furniture section, but of course I forgot to write it down. I don't script these videos. I would really like to find a really cool vintage lamp. Anything that kind of has that gothic, antique-y, romantic style. There is one that's a little bit more mid-century that I absolutely love that I saw at an antique store. It is this, I think it's a tulip or a lotus, I'm not sure. I'll put up an image, but I really love that style of lamp. It's so whimsical. In addition to that, I would really love to find some cool, like a stained glass style lamp. There's one on Wayfair that has a butterfly on it. You know me and butterflies. Obviously, the chances of me thrifting that exact lamp is low. However, I could use it as inspiration for what I want to find. I feel like I could do this because I have been incredibly lucky when it comes to thrifting or secondhand shopping for lamps. I'm gonna pop up an image of a lamp that I got off of Facebook Marketplace for $15. I absolutely love it. I right now have like a naked lamp next to my bedside table. It's naked because I have the shade, what do you call it, the skeleton, but I haven't done anything with it, and I've been like going back and forth on what to do with it. But I just came up with an idea like a month ago, actually, not just, but I've been thinking about it. So that might be another future project. DIY video. You know what? At least I have plenty of ideas for videos. At least you guys are looking forward to a lot of content. I will never run out of ideas because my brain is just always there's always a lot going on up there. So many voices. Anyways, guys, those are my top ISOs for 2023 for thrifting. As I said, this is just for inspiration because usually when you go thrifting or antique shopping or vintage shopping, you end up finding things that you never knew you actually needed or wanted. It would be nice if I could actually find these this year, especially the couch, because that's been a huge goal of mine, especially if I find a velvet pink tuft with like the scrolling. Oh, I would love that. Or maybe a green rolled arm one. Yes, especially with like my mismatched pillows and blankets that I like to. So freaking cozy. I want it to be cozy, like look cozy, but also feel cozy and easy to clean. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and also comment down below what you also will be looking for this year. Any ideas that you have of things to be on the lookout for when thrifting that you want to suggest to me, or just share your own wants, things that you're looking for. That would be fantastic. I would love to hear. I really hope you guys have a great day and also a great year. Let's do this.